There is anger and dismay in Britain this morning. A tree that has stood in northern England for hundreds of years has been chopped down, and police say it was a deliberate act of vandalism. Abby Kugathasan has the story of what happened and the strong reaction to it.
Certainly an iconic tree at the Sycamore Gap. It's about 520 kilometers north of where I am in London, and it's no longer standing, as you mentioned, and it wasn't an accident. It wasn't storm damage. The National Park Authority says it was deliberately felled overnight on Wednesday. A 16-year-old boy had been detained on suspicion of criminal damage, and he'd been questioned. Authorities are asking people to stay away from the area, and it's been marked as temporarily closed on Google Maps. Now, this tree, which is about 200 years old, was put on the map internationally when it was featured in the 1991 movie Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Some even call it the Robin Hood tree. There's a scene with Kevin Costner and Morgan Freeman at the site, and some of the YouTube pages of that moment now include new comments from very upset fans. People in the area were quite emotional too when they found out that it had been felled. Let's have a listen to what some of them had to say.
Everybody sort of feels very bereft about it, you know. I mean, who would do it, for goodness sake?
It's absolutely devastating. I mean, it's heartbreaking.
Just a special place. I proposed my wife here.
He said he'd chosen that spot in order to watch the tree grow for decades and to visit it with his growing children. Now, an official with the National Trust says there is some hope.
It's a very healthy tree. It may well regrow a coppice from the stump, and if we could nurture that, then that might be one of the best outcomes, and then we keep the tree.
But there is a concern that the tree was too old, that it may not regrow. The community, Heather, has been commenting online, and some hope that a monument can potentially be built at the site.
That's Abby Kugathasan in London.